Hi, welcome to learnhowtogarden.com. In today's film I'm going to show you how to care for amaryllis bulbs. They're one of the commonest things we get given for Christmas as gardeners, and most people, once they've flowered, throw them away because they just don't get them to flower again, which is a great pity because they're really simple to keep going year after year after year. If you're not already subscribed to us at Learn How to Garden, there's a link directly above me right now. Click on that and input your email address. That means you'll get all the written posts at Learn How to Garden, which are in much more detail than the films. You get longer films with more detail in them. You get to find out about what the gardening club at Learn How to Garden is all about. Our really in-depth courses are explained on there. And it also means we can keep you up to date with all the amazing developments we've got here at Learn How to Garden. For most of us, what I'm holding is an amaryllis bulb. It's been renamed, but most of you will still look for it under amaryllis, and you'll find it in the shops under amaryllis, so that's how we're going to refer to it. And what we're looking at is a bulb that has within it the power to produce those amazing huge flowers as big as your hand. And it will do that with nothing more than having water added to it. So you could in fact grow it with just these roots, these huge fleshy roots dangling into water, and it will actually it will flower. You'll get that amazing flower. But if you want to keep this for year after year and grow it so that it gets bigger, so instead of the single flower you can get bulbs that will produce 3, 4, 5 flowers on one stem when it looks truly magnificent. What you need to do is pot it on properly, look after it, and give it the rest that it actually needs. It's a big bulb, so the first thing you'd think is get a big pot, and that's where you'd be wrong. The actual bulb itself doesn't want to have any more than 2.5 centimetres round the edge of between it and the actual pot. And when it's potted, 2/3 of the bulb is going to be actually out of the compost. So we're probably better off with something that size, so that when we actually pop the bulb in, it's got enough space around it, enough depth to get some roots into it, but it's not enormous. And you'll notice that I've chosen to use terracotta or clay, and again they grow much better in terracotta or clay. And the other thing about it is it's actually heavier. Into our pot we need to take a piece of crock, it's normally an old pot that you've broken, isn't it, and put that on the hole in the bottom. Now, a good rule of thumb is that if a plant has really thick fleshy roots, it requires good or quick drainage, and amaryllis really do require quick drainage. So we want to improve the drainage of the compost, and to do that we take our normal potting compost, to which we're going to add about 1/3 sharp sand. And it's important it's sharp sand. You can actually ask for sharp sand. Sharp sand means that it will drain quickly. Normal sand, conversely, if you add normal sand to a compost, it will actually hold water. Normal sand holds water in the compost. What you also don't do, which you'll see written in 1,000 books, and they're all wrong according to science, is put more crocks in. All you do by putting more crocks in is reduce the amount of soil. You do not improve the drainage at all. Get this nice and free draining. Fill the pot until when the bulb is in, it's going to sit proud by about 1/2 to 2/3. Then take some more of your compost, put it round, and then use your fingers to firm it quite a lot. It's one of the few times you do want to firm that compost in. You could use perlite, which would give you exactly the same qualities for the drainage. The reason I would suggest that you choose to use sharp sand is weight. The sand is heavier, like the pot's heavier. The amaryllis is going to grow about this high with a huge flower on. You need the weight to give you some stability, otherwise they can fall over. If you're lucky enough to be able to find what are called half pots, which can be wider but shorter, they work equally as well. Then it's a matter of watering it and Just by watering it, you will start it into growth. And in between 7 to 10 weeks, it will flower. So you can determine when you start it into growth so that it flowers for either Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's the easy bit. The technical bit is how do you actually get it to flower next year? And that's in the written post at learnhowtogarden.com.